Classic mountain town, youth leads the way.
Oh, 99! The highest we've seen in slopestyle history.
On this enduring terrain, style reigns supreme.
Oh, okay. Absolute insanity.
Athletes feeding off each other's energy, bonding, daring, crushing the limits of time.
This is one of the highest levels of riding we have ever seen.
Out here, yesterday and tomorrow collide.
We're spinning into the future.
This is X Games Aspen.
Welcome everybody to a beautiful day at Buttermilk. It's the final day of X Games Aspen 2020. I'm your host, Jack Matrani, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bittersweet that it is our final day. But I'm gonna tell you what, we might have saved the best for last. We got the inaugural Jeep Snowboard Slopestyle Rail Jam coming up. Of course, we got some snowmobile freestyle, but before we get into that, we're kicking it off with a bang. Kelly Silderoo has an opportunity to tie Shaun White and Nyjah Huston for the most X Games medals as a team. And that's going down right here, right now, on the women's ski slopestyle, on the Jeep Slopestyle course. Take me to the top.
That's right, Jack. It is a gorgeous Sunday afternoon out here. Conditions are prime here as we get set to kick off the women's ski slopestyle final this afternoon on the Jeep Slopestyle course. Favorable conditions out here at Buttermilk Mountain here in Aspen, Colorado, as we get set to hand out our final set of ski medals for the weekend. Jimmy Coleman here in the booth alongside Jen Hudak, and we've got DC out in the field getting some reports for us as the action unfolds, but all eyes are on one competitor in particular who's been extremely dominant over the last 5 competitions here in Aspen. She's taken 3 gold medals in those last 5 starts, Jen.
That's right, Jimmy. All eyes are on Kelly Silderoo. Picked up her 8th medal last night, all by the ripe old age of 17. Here's a look at last year's gold medal run in this very event. Closing it out with that switch right 1080 mute grab. Kelly's going to be looking to her rails to really set her apart today.
So a couple other stories that we're looking at here. It's the young guns here in women's ski slopestyle. 7 out of 8 riders born in the mid-90s, so I guess you could say it's Generation Z at X. And going back to Kelly Silderoo, well, she tied Chloe Kim last night for most gold medals before the age of 18. So if she can get a gold medal here today, she will stand alone in that stat category at 5. But right now, let's take a look at what they're going to have to contend with out here today on the Jeep slopestyle course.
We're starting out here with this top Jeep rail section. 4 different options of coming in, but infinite opportunity for these athletes to show off their skill by transferring from parts of one rail to another part of another rail. And the bottom rail feature here, again, just a lot of opportunity for these athletes to show their prowess. And moving into the jumps, things are mixing up a little bit this year. We've added a 4th feature. The first 3 here, we have 3 jumps in a row, 55, 60, and 65 feet to the knuckle. And the bottom shark fin feature, athletes are going to need to differentiate themselves here. 65 feet if you take off from the back, 35 from the front.
I like that. Something different down there at the bottom of the course with that hip feature right there. So we have 8 competitors in the field out here today. We're going to start it off with Caroline Clare, then Isabel Atkin, Megan Oldham, Tess Ledoux, Mathilde Grimont, Maggie Voisin, Sarah Hovland, and then, of course, we talked about your defending gold medalist, Kelly Silderoo, will take us out of the run order here today, Jen.
So much talent in this field. Super excited to see everybody.
So we started off with an X Games rookie. This is Caroline Clare getting the party started out here today.
Caroline coming off a win at Sizeralm World Cup earlier this month. Showing us what she's got on the rails here. 4 off of that last rail coming into the jumps. Landing the 540, a little bit heavy, not the smoothest landing. And there's the switch double whoop, holding on to it. Little back seat. Solid. And here we go. Nice look at this final quarter pipe feature. Getting the, ouch, coming up a little short on that landing there.
She got a little loose on that second landing in the jump section and then washes out just a tad right there on that shark fin feature to cap off her first attempt.
Here is a look at that bottom rail feature, getting the 450 there, landing super solid, coming in forward into that next jump. But here's a look at her 540 alley-oop off of that jump, but just coming up short.
Oh yeah, she just got spun around right there and got dumped over backwards on that one.
Yeah, and that's going to be a tricky one. It's a different kind of takeoff for all of these women out here today, something that you don't usually see.
Onto the rails right now out of Park City, Utah. This is Isabel Atkin. Taking a look at the format here, we mentioned 8 athletes in the field. This is a 35-minute jam session.
Yes, and the big change from previous events here is that judging is going to be based on overall impression this year. They're not handing out scores. They're taking into consideration everything that these athletes do throughout every single run. So you're not necessarily penalized if you fall like you may have been in the past. However, you definitely need to rely on your difficulty, execution, style, and amplitude, just like years in the past.
And one thing you'll notice, you will not see individual run scores. Basically what's going to happen is the judges are going to rank the competitors as we run through this competition.
Nice switch 2 there for Izzy Atkin in the rails. And here is a look at this bottom shark fin. Nice little 180, getting the safety grab, keeping it clean.
So another X Games rookie taking her first hit here on the Jeep Slopestyle course. Out of Canada, this is Megan Oldham, your 2019 Crystal Globe winner in Slopestyle, by the way.
Excited to see Megan take to this course. I love the energy that rookies can bring to the field. Came off a little early on that second rail, but looking clean on the bottom feature there. And here is the right side 7, a little back seat on that landing. And one thing that you'll note about this nice 900 there is that if an athlete makes a mistake in their run, they are more motivated than ever to keep going. Oftentimes in the past, when it was based on a best run score, woo, taking that deep on the bottom.
She boosted off that hip and took that one deep to the landing.
Nice alley-oop 540 there. And here is another look. Little switch up on this top rail to 270 out, landing clean, and then here's a look at that alley-oop 5. Alley-oop means that when you are taking off on that quarter pipe feature, you're rotating your chest toward the uphill side of the jump.
Out of France, this is Tesla Duh. She is fresh off of a big air gold medal performance on Friday night. She happens to own a total of 2 slopestyle medals to her name here in X Games history, both of those being silver.
Super clean through the rails so far. Nice little 1-foot slide on that rainbow. We haven't seen anyone opt for that feature yet. And there is the switch Bio 900. The left side double cork, 1260. Not holding on to that one. But she has a few more runs to get things dialed. She did that trick for the first time in big air a few nights ago. It earned her the gold medal, so she's definitely going to work on that one.
Well, with this jam session format, not getting individual run scores and basically its overall impression, what does that do? How does that change up the strategy compared to what we've seen in years past when you got a set number of runs?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how they approach this. I think everyone is still trying to figure out what to do with this new format, but what I'm thinking is that they have the opportunity to kind of spread out some of those most technical tricks.
So you don't have to just throw all your heavy hitters into the jump section and run. You can spread it out over the course of the jam.
Exactly.
Mathilde Grimont on course right now. 3 X Games Big Air medals in 3 appearances, and also your silver medalist from the Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang in 2018 in slopestyle.
Heading into the jumps here. Right side cork 9. And there's the switch, double 10, but not holding on to the landing.
So that second jump seems to be a problem area here early on. We are just under the 30-minute mark here in the women's ski slopestyle final on the Jeep Slopestyle course. It's a 35-minute jam session. Overall impression is what's going to get you a gold medal here today.
Still giving us a little cork 5 there off that bottom shark fin feature.
It's a very excited Girl Scout troop right there that apparently is all about that shark fin feature in Mathilde Grimaud.
Love it.
With that hip transfer. Maggie Voisin, your 2018 Aspen X Games ski slopestyle gold medalist. First American competitor in the female ranks to win ski slopestyle gold here, by the way.
Nice 2 disaster to 2 out. Keeping things rolling, getting a little caught up on that rail. And into the jumps here. Right side 720. Not quite making it to the money spot on these landings. There's the left side 9 tail grab. Coming in switch over the left shoulder. Getting the 9, and here we are in this bottom shark fin. Sweet. Clean rodeo 5. Getting a little inverted for the fans out there.
Well, Isabel Atkin sits in that top spot as of right now. It's Isabel Atkin, Megan Oldham, and Caroline Clare, your 1, 2, 3 early on here.
Judges have said that they are going to put extra emphasis on creativity, originality, and progression. So while it's still important for athletes to finish full runs and have really dialed execution and getting their grabs, they want to see them pushing the limits.
Well, this was your slopestyle silver medalist from last year and also your slopestyle gold medalist from the 2018 Winter Olympics. This is Sarah Hoffland.
Woo, 4 on, 2 out on that middle rail. 4 off of the monster rail at the bottom there, coming into the jumps. Right side 540 mute grab. Love the way she gets that mute. There's the switch 7, coming in switch over the left shoulder. Getting a switch 5, might be setting up for the double 9. Boo, boosting, nice little 540 off of that bottom shark fin.
That right side line seems to be the popular line thus far in the competition.
Absolutely, and there is a look at that. 2 off, a little bit caught up on that, but one of the more technical runs or rail runs we've seen so far. There's a look at that 540 mute.
So Kelly Silderud, we talk. Oh, by the way, Sarah Hovland is in the top spot with that run right there. So your defending silver medalist is in the top of the ranks as of right now. But Kelly Silderud, your defending gold medalist, and as we mentioned at the top of the show, she's taken gold 3 out of the last 5 times it's been contested here in Aspen.
450 off of that top rail, 450 onto next. Coming in, switch over the right shoulder, her natural direction of spinning with the switch right 9, mute grab. Left side 9, tail grab. And there is the other direction. And here is a look, right side 7. The highest rotation we've seen on that bottom shark fin feature. So another really solid run, and definitely seeing some technicality out of Kelly in the rail. So here's another look. That 450 on here. Coming out backwards. And there is that cork 7. Reaching back for the tail, not quite locking on there, but landing solid off that shark fin feature.
So Maggie Voisin jumped up into the top 3, and now Kelly Silderud gets up into the top spot. So we're just about 10 minutes down with 25 minutes to go here. It's Kelly Silderud, your defending gold medal, sitting in the top spot as of right now.
X Games Aspen is brought to you by Pacifico Beer. Live life anchors up. Discover responsibly.
It's your first X competition. If you got one run out of the way, what are you going to focus on in run number 2?
Just cleaning up, kind of messed up my second jump, and just look forward to landing and just being but yeah, I'm just so hyped.
You got one out of the way, shift the nerves off. Congratulations, making it to the comp. Best of luck in run number 2. Guys, we have more of the women's ski slopestyle final right after this. What's up, Aspen? Harper here from the X Squad. I'm getting cozy at the Jeep activation here at XS. Fans, I highly suggest you make your way over here. They're giving away s'mores, personalized.
There you go, just kind of rehashed it, let you know what the lunch will be out here today. Yeah, it's with the new format where if you look for things that expect a lot of variety out there. You're really going to be what sets some of these ladies apart. And standing right now, we're seeing that Kelly's move. She can continue to mix it up and do different things. Relatively not many falls at all, and if any, saying that's fine, be taking another goal. Yeah, and we've seen in every contest so far the judges in the second run change a lot of the standards. So things jumping around quite a bit. We'll see if that happens here as well.
Is that also because they wait for the second run to see if the athlete's actually mixing it up on the second and not trying to clean up the first one?
Well, and again, with the overall impression, they want to see more tricks. They want to see what you're doing. So typically, with you landing, if you go out and land the second run, you'll improve what you want.
So that's what they're, like you said, couple things up, they see what you're doing. Are you mixing up? Are you trying different crowd? Any differently on different jumps? Package deal, right?
It is a package deal, top to bottom.
Somewhere in the middle, in between the light, we don't have to go and let it go all night. I know what you're feeling, I feel it too. Somewhere in the middle.
Can you believe all of that action you just saw right there? Shot on an iPhone, Jen.
What?
Well, Kelly Silderoo has already collected 1 gold medal this week and is looking for a second. Let's learn more about her in this Wendy's athlete profile.
This 13-year-old is absolutely on fire. Hard over the left again. The big 900s.
Every country can be proud of their athletes excelling on the world stage. But when that athlete is as young and as dominant as Kelly Silderoo, the moments are even more special.
Youngest woman to compete in ski superpipe in the history of this competition. Right side 900, getting that mute grab.
Whoa, 92.33. So
I think when I was standing on the podium at X Games for the first time, I was actually a bit nervous because I didn't know what's coming next, and yeah, it was new for me.
After her first successes in international competition, Kelly quickly became a national treasure back in her homeland.
Well, Estonian people are rather modest, not very extrovert, I would say, but when you find a way to the heart of Estonian people, you will have friends forever. Well, Kelly is much more than just an athlete. She is a role model, she is an idol, and she's a very, very likable person.
Right side 900, her speed looks totally fine, capping the tail grab.
Silderu with a near perfect score, the highest we've seen in slopestyle history, a 99.
Kelly's skiing is above and beyond any female. She's just technical, she's stylish, she holds her grabs. I think having her in the sport has seriously pushed women's free skiing like so far.
So a little extra insight there into the world of Kelly Silderu, courtesy of our friends over at Wendy's. And by the way, she happens to be in the top spot as of right now here on the Jeep Slopestyle course. Still plenty of time left on the clock here in the women's ski Slopestyle final, but your defending gold medalist sits in that top spot for now as we bring back in an X Games rookie, Carolyn Clare, for round number 2.
270 onto that top rail here. We saw her have some issues on the jumps in the first run, so she'll look to clean that up. Nice 4 off of that final rail feature. Left side 540 safety grab. Into the switch left double 9, holding on, not quite enough, landing a little bit back seat there.
She opened up a little bit in the rotation on that one, it looked like.
It looked like it. I thought last time she was going for the 10, and sometimes when you get stuck in between, then you just end up not quite on the right axis to land. But seems to be in one piece.
Tough break there for Caroline. She was an alternate here in Aspen last year. Comes in as an X Games rookie here in 2020, as you mentioned in her first run, Jen. She was the winner of the World Cup stop in Sazeralm, Italy earlier this year in slopestyle.
But man, even just making it into this field is a testament to her talents.
Our top 3 right now, by the way, mirrors our podium from last year. Kelly Silderu, Sarah Hoffland, and Maggie Boyson as we bring back in Isabel Atkin.
Let's see what Izzy's got for us.
Her younger sister Zoe was competing in women's ski pipe last night.
Switch onto that bottom rail, 450 out into the switch left 720, sneaking the Japan grab in there. Here is the switch right 9. So far so good for Izzy. Letting go of the grab a little bit there, opening up to put the landing gear down, and here is that rodeo 540.
Well, Matt, this is always a super exciting event. I think we can expect to see some insane tricks. Holy jeep! Holy jeep! Holy jeep! Oh, jeep! That's amazing! That is some crazy jeep! Well said. We always look for innovation in this event, and that's exactly what we're getting. Jeep! You don't see that jeep every day.
Going back up to the top of the hill here with another X Games rookie here, Megan Oldham. She currently sits 2 spots out of the top 3 as of right now, sitting in the number 5 position. Caroline Clare not able to best her spot in the standings after that second run.
Switch 2 to 270 out on that middle feature. 4 off the bottom. Coming into the jumps here. Right side 720, landing a little back seat, but speed is looking good so far.
That was a good recovery right there going into the second jump.
Yeah, really nice cork 9 out of Megan. Solid through the jump so far, much improved. Woo! Going huge, alley-oop 5, landed super clean on that bottom shark fin. Definitely a solid run. Now she's got 2 good ones under her belt. Here's a look at that switch 270 onto that shred hate rail, continuing 2 off, and a look at that shark fin, just sending it to the moon.
Back up to the top here, Tess Ledoux down there in 7th place as of right now. As we mentioned, big air gold on Friday night. That brings her X Games medal total to 5. She now has 2 gold, 2 silver, and a bronze to her collection.
Clean through those first 2 rails. Casual 270 with a safety grab. And there is the switch left 9. A little back slap on that shoot. And that second jump was where she went for the double cork 12 last time. So definitely needs to have a good clean hit prior in order to set up for that. Oof.
Coming up on the knuckle there, just a little bit short as we work our way towards 21 minutes and some change left to go here on the Jeep Slopestyle course for women's ski slopestyle final.
Just love the style on that 1-foot slide over that rainbow. Got Mathilde Grimaud.
Your big air silver medalist from Friday night. So here in the rotation, we've just seen our big air gold medalist and now our big air silver medalist. Only woman to win X Games ski big air twice, by the way.
She has 3 big air medals, none from slope. So can she change that? There is the Bio 9. Switch left, double cork, 1080, landed that time, coming into the 3rd jump. Over the right shoulder, switch, ouch, coming up short. Speed seems to be a bit of a challenge for these ladies out there. And the nice 540 to finish things off. Definitely an improvement. She crashed on that dub 10 in her first run, so definitely gonna bump up for her. Here's a look at that monster rail.
Correct my stat there. Mathilde and Tess now the only 2 women to win big air gold twice, with Tess's gold medal performance on Friday night.
We've got Maggie Voisin on course.
Isabel Atkin jumps back up into the top 3 here. So it's Silderud, Hoffman, and Atkin right now, as we are coming up on 20 minutes left to go here at the ski slopestyle final.
Little caught up on that monster rail, but getting the 450 there. Right side 900, coming in switch, looking over that left shoulder for the switch 9. 3rd jump, reaching back, getting the tail on the left side 720 and setting up for the shark fin.
Coming in hot to that shark fin feature and sending it deep right there. And Maggie's fired up about that run there. She wants to crack back up into that top 3. We're under 20 minutes to go here on the Jeep Slopestyle course.
So happy to be back. She is returning from knee surgery back in April.
We're happy to have you back, Maggie.
Always good to see her out there. Maggie was one of the ones I was talking to earlier who was not entirely sure what to do with this new format and thinking about how to split up some of those more difficult tricks. So we'll see how that strategy pans out.
Well, Maggie jumps back up into the top 3. It's Silderud, Voisin, and Hoffman as Sarah Hoffman's back on course for run number 2 here. Our women's ski slopestyle final jam session.
Switch left 7. Switch right, Bio 9 there, landing super clean, getting the grab. And there is the Misty 7 mute grab. And closing out with the alley-oop 5. Solid, clean run for Sarah. I know she's got that dub 9. I'm waiting for it.
Still lots of time to try to throw that into the mix out here.
Clean through the rails, not super technical on this run. She kind of dialed it back a little bit, but this was super nice. Taking off backwards and then letting that cork rotation dip toward the downhill part of the slope.
Oh, and Sarah Hoffman jumps to the top of the standings right now. How about that? So we've seen a couple of shakeups here in this second round. So it's Hoffman, Silderud, and Voisin now. Your top 3 as we're just under 18 minutes, but your defending gold medalist back on course, Kelly Silderud.
Switch 270 to 450 off that bottom rail. Switch right 9, mute grab. To the forward right 9, mute grab. Now coming in backwards over that left shoulder, showing she can spin both directions.
Oh, taking the left side approach here. We haven't seen too much of that here off the shark fin in this final so far.
It's nice. Left side 720. So again, she hit that on the other side her first run, so just showing the judges some versatility, a little bit of variety. Switch 2 here, continuing 450, so a full 1.5 rotations off that rail. Opening up, letting go of that grab a hair early if I'm nitpicking.
Hey,
Kelly's looking
That's
good.
why you're in the analyst chair. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what the judges are doing in there with the live ranking. These guys, oh, Kelly Silderud jumps back up. They're just trading back and forth here in round number 2. So there you go. Kelly Silderud jumps back up to that top spot right there. It's a festival-like atmosphere going on out here at X Games Aspen. It has been a party out here all weekend long on the mountain. We've got Kelly Silderud in the top spot and more to come here from the women's ski slopestyle final.
Welcome everybody to the National Geographic photo walk here at the X Games. So we brought a group of students up here today to the top of the Rail Jam Park to help walk them through their cameras and give them some photo techniques that they can take home. Look at the difference, right? It's one extra layer for your eyes to look at. You've got now a fence which is blurry, you've got a rider on a rail, and you've got trees in the background. I see reflections in the window in the snowcat. Maybe you can use that or the mirror on the snowcat. You need to push yourself creatively, learn from your mistakes. Ultimately, that'll give you more tools to keep in your tool belt.
In the app and click on Pick the Podium. For each competition, you'll see a screen with gold, silver, and bronze. Choose who you think will finish in each position from the drop-down menu. When the competition's over, you'll see what you got right and what you got wrong.
Wendy Snowboard, Knuckle, Huck, 630, great confidence in SuperPipe.
without a doubt. I'm looking forward to that snowboard rail jam. Hopefully it goes well, and maybe in the future we can get it for the skiers.
I want to end bullying. That's what we want to get rid of. We say shred hate, choose kindness.
We all have a choice to choose kindness over bullying. We can choose to stand up for somebody who's getting bullied.
So for me, shred hate is just taking the decision every day to be kind and choose it and doing all things with kindness. Choose kindness! Choose kindness! Choose kindness!
Well, the Montana native Maggie Voisin is currently sitting in a bronze medal position as of right now. We caught up with her earlier in the week. Right now, let's learn a little bit more about her.
I'm Maggie Voisin. I'm 21 years old and I'm from Whitefish, Montana. Social media, I think everyone knows, is huge. It's a big platform just to reach people and brands and share your story, honestly. And I think just with where social media is at, we can just upload something immediately, you know, whether it's a trick or something that happened. And then on top of that, you can share something with the entire world, and that's just on one little social media platform on your iPhone. I think you see a lot of skiers and other people these days that are just super active and super popular on their social medias, and brands like that, you know, a whole other side of it. I am just so excited to be here at X Games. The rails behind me are crazy. There's just so many varieties and so many different options. And I think you're just gonna see every skier's like kind of unique touch. I think that's what free skiing is all about, so it's gonna be really cool.
So again, some more amazing footage shot on an iPhone there, and glad to have Maggie back in the lineup after recovering from left knee surgery in April of 2019. Here we are at the midway point, taking a look at the standings right now. It's your defending gold medalist Kelly Silderu sitting in that top spot, followed by Sarah Hoffland and Maggie Voisin, who you just saw in that feature, sits in a bronze medal position, which ironically, by the way, was your top 3 finishers as of last year. Let's bring DC into the mix right now as we kick off round number 3 with Caroline Clare.
Hey, thanks, Jimmy. Yeah, just got a text from head judge Mike Atkinson live from the judging booth, and he said it's Kelly's rails that are stealing the show. So that's why you see Kelly sitting up in the top spot. As far as Sarah Hoffland, who's sitting there in the silver medal spot right now, on her first run, she said the switch 5 in that run was the worst switch 5 she's ever had in her life, but she was like, it's all good. And then second run, she came down and she was like, that's the cleanest run of the day. So Caroline Clare, the rookie there, unfortunately having some issues there, but shout out to both rookies in the field, Caroline Clare and Megan Oldham. Megan Oldham having a really good time, and I always love the rookie stories, but Megan really stoked with the first run. She said she just wanted to clean up a few things. That second run, she said, was so much better. But guys, great show out here for the ladies and great energy out here on a beautiful Sunday here in Aspen.
Thanks. Thanks, DC, for that report there. Kelly Silderu extremely dominant when it comes to rails, so playing to her strengths out here today. We'll have a special NBA matchup tonight featuring Zion Williamson. He'll look to build on his first 2 games with his Pelican teammates when they host Kemba and the Celtics at 6 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and on the ESPN app. Caroline Clare having a rough go here in round number 3. We'll have to see what she can do in round number 4. Isabel Atkin, she keeps volleying back up into these top 3 spots here. We've seen her do it twice now. Can she do it a third time here? Just outside of the top 4 or top 3 looking in right now, Jen.
Such a clean and consistent skier, and I think it really plays to her advantage with this new format. So we'll see if she mixes things up down below.
She's a bronze medalist in slopestyle from the 2018 Winter Olympics, first British skier to earn a medal at the Olympics. Also coming off a 3rd place finish at the Feast World Cup Big Air event in Atlanta in December of last year.
Squeezed out a switch right 10 on that second jump. So one of the higher rotating tricks we've seen thus far, and a down the hill 360 on the shark fin to close it out. So showing us a little variety down there on the jumps and that shark fin. Here's a look at the rails up top. Keeping that pretty clean, adding the 270 off of that this time. And then here is that switch left 5, reaching back, grabbing tail, and into the shark fin. This time rotating the chest down the hill for the 360, getting a little safety grab in there.
See if she can try to overtake Meg, and she does it again. So her and Maggie Voisin just kind of keep trading back and forth. So Isabel Atkin finds herself back into that top 3 as of right now. Megan Oldham again, as DC mentioned, one of our 2 X Games rookies out here today, 2019 Crystal Globe winner in slopestyle.
Right side 7 off that first jump, a little back seat, but holding on to it. There is the 900 coming in, switch over that left shoulder for the switch 9, holding on to it, setting up for this shark fin. Boom! Massive alley-oop, 7 off of that shark fin, taking it deep. So you'll notice the blue stripes across the landing. That is to give them a sense of where they will be putting their feet down. Here is a look at that shark fin. Was that the shark fin? Maybe not. Just kidding. Here it is. Reaching down for the safety grab. I think she had a little more amplitude than she might have intended. Let go of that grab to open up and get that landing gear back down.
Drifting a little deep over there to skier's left. We'll see if that... she's going to be in that 5th place position as of right now. Tesla down at the bottom of the pack as of right now, currently in that number 8 position, as we're just under 13 minutes to go here in women's ski slopestyle final.
Pretty clean through the rails there. Now let's see if she can get through this jump section. Setting up for the switch left double cork 12. She was a little slow last time, went a little quicker this time. Staying down. Hopefully she's all right.
Getting hung up there.
Switch onto this monster rail. Now I need to call out that the consequence of not making it to the end of that thing is pretty significant. It's sitting about 6 feet off the ground, so she does a great job there and gets into the jumps down here. Nice switch 9 starting out.
And there you go, she's up and skiing away under her own power there, so hopefully she can shake that one off and come back into the next round right there.
She's had a double cork 1080 in her bag of tricks for some time. She was the first woman to do that trick in a slopestyle run.
It was here 2 years ago in 2018.
And now she's taken it to 12. And that extra 180 just added a little bit of difficulty today.
But again, good to see her get up under her own power. Hopefully we can see more of her in the next round. Mathilde Grimont, your silver medalist from the Winter Olympics in slopestyle. She finished 4th on the 2019 World Cup rankings overall for slopestyle.
She says she's been working on her rail game, trying to chase down Kelly Silderoo. You can see it off that monster rail. Woo. Open up a little bit, getting a little squirrely on that first jump. Clean through that second jump. Switch right 5. And setting up for the shark fin here. Nice. Down the hill 5. Finishing things off here. And here's a look at that rainbow. She's one of 2 women hitting that. I love the 1-foot slide. And here is that monster rail busting out 630. And here is that shark fin. Getting corked, reaching back for that Japan grab. Reaching behind the front leg to grab the inside of the opposite ski.
So Mathilde's gonna bump up 1 spot. She was in 6th. She'll overtake Megan Oldham, so she'll jump into that number 5 position. Maggie Voisin got bumped out of the top 3 by Isabel Atkins, so now this is her chance to try to trade back the favor here.
450 onto that middle rail. Coming in, switch to the monster rail. 450 out. Right side 540 mute grab. Getting it clean. And there's the switch 7. Switch left 9. And let's see if she mixes things up here. We've seen the rodeo 5, doing it again, beautiful trick. But again, judges are gonna look for that variety, changing things up. So we'll see if this time she can bump in front of Isabella Atkin once more. Switch into that monster rail. Front side 450 out. Here's a look at that switch left 7. Letting go of the grab a bit early. And there's that rodeo 5 again at the bottom.
And the question is it going to be enough? Mike Atkinson and the boys in the judges booth talking it over. They're doing live ranking. Again, it's no individual run scores. They look at the overall scope of what each competitor's done in the jam session and rearrange the rankings accordingly. And Maggie has done it again. Maggie's back into the top 3. So again, it's Silderud, Hofflin, Voisin with Sarah Hofflin on course right now.
Ooh. Not quite getting that switch 2 onto the monster rail. There is the Bio 7 on the first jump this time. Left side cork 9, taking it deep. Here is the switch left 5. Sarah's speed is looking really good through those jumps. And the alley-oop 360 mute grab on the shark fin. So again, mixing things up. She's showing us a lot of different runs. She's skiing super consistently. And those are things that the judges want to see out of this new format.
So we'll see if that's going to be enough to overtake Kelly Silderud here with one skier to go in the rotation before we go back up to the top of the order.
Rotating alley-oop, getting that mute grab, sliding it out to the end of the ski there.
Sarah finishing second on the 2019 Feast World Cup rankings for slopestyle. So that number 2 position right now. So most X Games gold as a teen. Kelly Silderud is chasing a record out here today. Nyjah Houston and Shaun White both have 9. Kelly added another one. She had 7 coming into X Games Aspen this year. She added another one last night. So if she can hold on to gold here, she will tie those guys in that stat.
Changing up the rails, she opted for the rainbow rail that time, switch onto the rainbow with a 270 out. Again, just showing her technicality on the rails. Her jumps are always super consistent and beautiful. She gets her grabs. The judges love to see it, but it's that technicality on the rails that really sets Kelly apart.
8 medals, not gold, 8 medals, X Games medals.
Nice right cork, 720 tail off the shark fin. I just see that adding to the distance, not that we have scores right now, but here's a look at that switch onto the rainbow rail and continuing 270 off. Super clean, making it look easy. And here is that shark fin. Getting super corked out here, reaching back, not quite getting the tail grab. Unusual for Kelly, but still super clean, fun to watch.
So round 3 is in the books. A little meet and greet with the fans down there in the corral area. So with just under 10 minutes left to go in the jam session, still a little bit of time left on the clock. It's Silderud sitting in that top spot. Can she hold on here in women's ski slopestyle?
X Games Aspen 2020 is brought to you by Pacifico, The Real Cost, and Wendy's.
Never wonder why someone would leave the roads they know for places they don't. Maybe a better question is, what are you waiting for? Pacifico is brewed for those who follow their own path. That's living life anchors up.
is coming soon. You up for this?
If only there was someone who could be into the earth and lead them to the unknown. Maybe a better question is, what are you waiting for? Pacific goes through the phase you follow your own path. That's living life, it is up.
Oh my God.
And welcome back, guys, to the Jeep Women's Ski Slopestyle Final. You see 3 runs for all the competitors. Now we step back at the top and leave it again. And we're shaking things up. We're going to grab the front. Silver and gold. Shaking up.
Yeah, it's a good one podium so far. I like the way it's the camera towards the front. See what else the wings happen.
We'll check in with Huck actually standing by for the special guest. They're kind of.
Hey, what's going on?
Jack Matrani here, host of the X Games, and what better way to put a smile on someone's face than handing out free Wendy's Breakfast Baconators?
Welcome to X Games. Who wants a breakfast Baconator coming your way? Hot fire! Who's it gonna be?
It's raining breakfast Baconators here at X Games, folks.
I got it. Who wants it? Going up.
You up for this?
Jack Matrani working double duty, hosting the X Games and moonlighting up there in the Wendy's booth. Have you been up there yet?
I haven't, but I could go for a Baconator.
I'm headed there right after we wrap things up over here on the Jeep Slopestyle course. We're in the final portion of the Women's Ski Slopestyle Final. It is Kelly Silderu, your defending gold medalist, sitting in the top spot, followed by Sarah Hoffland and Maggie Voisin. And that was your podium from 2019. Maggie Voisin and Isabel Atkin keep trading back and forth for that bronze medal spot. However, as we go back up to the top of the order and bring in Caroline Clare and get DC back into the conversation.
Guys, yeah, just getting some more reports from Mike Atkinson there in the judging booth. And again, he's just reiterating Kelly's jumps, they're average, but it's really her rail game that's sealing the deal for her right now. And also on Sarah Hoffland, who's sitting in that silver medal position right now, and I couldn't agree with him more on this. They are loving her Misty Sevens in there. Those things are so sick. Maggie Voisin, great story there. Love seeing her sitting in that bronze medal position. As we know, she's coming back from the knee injury, and this is her first competition. Her first run with her smile on her face, she told me, like, wow, it's been a while after she got down. And yeah, said she's very happy being out here and being able to ski on the level that she is. But yeah, good luck to all these ladies as this jam is winding down out here on this Jeep Slopestyle course.
We could actually hear, we don't know if it was through your mic or through one of the mics in the corral, you could hear after her first run, she said, I'm back.
It's a good feeling to be back. Injuries are certainly a part of the game, but not easy to come back from.
This was a tough go here in this fourth round for Caroline Clare.
Yeah. She just kind of didn't know if she wanted to land forward or backwards there. I think she was trying to go to 450 out and realized she didn't have enough time and tried to get the feet back down, but unfortunately, no go.
Okay, so do we go through this all over again? Isabel Atkin keeps jumping up into that top three, and then when we get down to the bottom of the run order, Maggie Voisin keeps bumping her back out. We'll see if she trades back and keeps the trend alive here in round number 4.
Switch 2 onto that Shred Hate rail. Pretty nice. Right side 900 tail grab into the switch, left 720 Japan grab. Clean so far. Switch right 9 mute. What she got for us here? Woo! Rodeo 5 on the shark fin. Again with the consistency. She switched up kind of the location of some of her tricks that time. Her rails were really clean. So we'll have to just wait for the judges. Nice 450 off that monster rail there. And here is that switch left 720 Japan. And a final look at the shark fin with the Rodeo 5.
Well, in 3 prior X Games appearances, Isabel does have a silver medal. She earned it in slopestyle back in 2018. We haven't seen the standings change yet, so maybe she didn't jump back up this time around, as we are just under 5 minutes to go with Megan Oldham on course. One of our 2 X Games rookies in the field out here today.
Switch 2 to 270 out. There's the 450 off the monster rail, setting up for the jumps. Right side 720, again landing a little bit backseat, but here is that double cork 1260.
Oh, no! Thought she was going to hang on and save that one.
So close to hanging on to that one, but just the snow snake got her at the last second there. And she has also just recently learned this trick. She was doing dub 10s this summer, and then on that big air jump, you know, magic happens. She got that dub 12. I love that they're immediately trying to put it into their slopestyle runs.
Tough break there for Megan, sitting in that number 6 position.
Nice alley-oop 5 on the shark fin. Doing it for the fans at the bottom there.
Started off good on the rail section, but then when she got into the jumps, that's where it all fell apart.
Yeah. Working to get that around to 1260, she just came up a little bit short. And man, I just skied through that course the other day while they were training, and those landings are steep. So if you're just even a little bit off.
Well, today, X Games from Aspen continues on ESPN2 at 2 Eastern, then at 8:30 Eastern on ESPN. We wrap it all up with Snowboard Knuckle Huck, Men's Ski SuperPipe, and Snowbike Best Trick. All of our X Games coverage is also streaming live on the ESPN app. Take us out of our 4th and final day of competition out here at Buttermilk Mountain. Tess Leda is not going to take her next run, so that means we will move on to Mathilde Grimont. That is your current leader, your defending gold medalist, Kelly Silderu.
On the prowl.
Sarah Hoffman had taken the lead away from her early on in the competition, but after Kelly reclaimed that top spot, she has stayed there throughout the remainder of this competition thus far, as we are under 3 minutes left to go. We've stopped the clock at 2:34, so I think they were doing some course maintenance down there, but here we go. We bring in Mathilde Grimont. Mathilde is 2 spots out of the top 3, in 5th as of right now.
Cleaner through that first rail so far. There's that 1 foot slide to the 270 on that rainbow. Nice 450 off the monster rail, setting up for the jumps. Left side, double cork 9. Just landing a little bit sideways, not able to hold on to it, but she knows she's got to go for that trick at this point.
Well, with the way the standings are in the run order, she was the last one that could shake up our podium.
Reaching back for the stale. 180 there.
She was the last one that could change out the names in the top 3 and bump somebody out.
I love it. Just styling it out, reaching back for tail, grabbing the opposite side of that far ski. Not easy to do.
So with 3 skiers left to go and them all being in the top 3, that means we are going to have a repeat here. Our top 3 are going to be in the top 3 again in 2020. The question is, what position are they going to finish out in? It's Silderu, Hoffland, and Voisin. Maggie Voisin on course right now.
450 onto that shred hate rail, but not quite locking on and coming out a little bit wonky. See what she's got in the jumps. Right side 720 mute. Oh, Okay, that was a good save.
I was going to say, she opened up big time on that rotation. That was a heck of a save.
She was planning on the left side double cork 1260. She knows she needs that if she's going to try to get herself in that top podium position. But yeah, just missed her takeoff a little bit there. But man, a testament to her air awareness.
Yeah, that was scary to watch.
There's that switch 450. And yeah, her rotation just kind of wanted to continue. She didn't quite lock on to stop her rotation on that rail. And here's a look, almost setting the double cork and then opening up right there just to stretch and reach and come out of it. But man, landing on her feet.
Well, she was your bronze medalist in 2019, so she's going to stay in that position here in 2020 as we are down to our final 2 skiers. The last person that can take the gold medal spot away from Kelly Silderu is Sarah Hoffman.
I'm going to speculate here. We're going to see that dub 9 attempt out of Sarah. Ooh, shoot! No. Switch 4 onto the shred hate rail. Not happening. But this is the fun part of this format this year, is that this is kind of how these women ski park on a day when they're just out skiing for fun. They're always mixing it up, doing different things each run, trying different tricks on different rails. Get to see a lot more skiing and variety out of all the athletes.
So a tough break right there for Sarah Hoffman. But again, I mean, looking back to 2019, it was Kelly Silderu in gold, Sarah Hoffman in silver, Maggie Voisin in bronze, and we're on pace to do that again here in 2020. Begin with the change this year, past individual scored runs here in the jam session. Overall impression kind of changes up the strategy a little bit.
It does indeed. We can't quite call this a victory lap because these rankings aren't official until the very end of the contest, but I feel like Kelly's sitting in a pretty good spot right now.
Yeah, so if she medals here, she's looking to, that's looking to be the case. She will tie Nyjah Houston and Shaun White. I said gold medals earlier. I got to correct myself. I got a little excited. I got ahead of myself.
You know, I mean, she's probably destined for it, let's be honest.
Either way, that's an impressive record right there for Kelly Silderu, and that'll make it, if she stays in gold.
Switch left 12!
That'll make it 4 gold medal performances in the last 6 years of this event being contested here in Aspen.
Right side 7. Really, really amazing skiing. Super consistent out of Kelly today.
So it is official. That is a wrap here from women's ski slopestyle. Maggie Voisin taking home her 2nd bronze medal in a row. Sarah Hoffman with the silver. And Kelly Silderu has done it again, taking home yet another gold medal. That's a wrap here from the Jeep Slopestyle course. Stick around. We've got more action in Aspen, but coming up next, we've got Sports Center coming your way.
Got the 360 shot. Yeah.
She heads up there, getting that second. Let's check in half an hour. She's down to Grace Hannah. Take it away.